Bom dia a todos. Eu sei que eu falo em nome de todos quando eu dou as mais calorosas boas-vindas ao nosso novo regente titular, Thierry Fischer.
Bon dia, good morning everybody. Very, very happy to be here with you. Looking forward to the years to come. And let's start working. Yeah, my parents, freshly married, went to work in Zambia, and I was born there in the middle of the jungle, very close to the, in Livingstone, close to the Victoria Falls. And we lived in a little village, no electricity, no fluent water, just, you know, candles and everything. And I was there for 6 years. I loved it. Good start in the life, in the middle of the nature. Yeah, I started to study the recorder, the blockflöte, in Geneva, and then we moved back to Ivory Coast, back to Africa, when I was 10, and we lived in Abidjan for 1 year, and then I played my first concert actually in Abidjan with the Ivory Coast National Symphony Orchestra, you know, sort of something made up like this with a French conductor, Paul Mariton. And I played the Concerto by Jean-Baptiste Loeillet. I remember I was just 10 and a half years old. I had a blazer with a Swiss flag here, you know, and it was, so that was my first experience. And then I studied flute when we came back, like the reed flute. I was a flute player for quite a long time. I had several jobs. I studied in Geneva and then in Freiburg in Breisgau in Germany. And then, you know, it is, you start to make auditions, and I got a job in Hamburg, in the Hamburg Philharmonic Orchestra. And then after that, I worked in different orchestras in Europe. And the most substantial job I got was I was first flute of the Chamber Orchestra of Europe, where I stayed 11 years. And this was, you know, very important years for me musically. Our chief conductor was Claudio Abbado, and we worked a lot with Nicolas Harnoncourt, Lauren Mazel, George Solti, I mean all the best, Pierre Boulez, the conductors of the moment. So musically I learned a lot with all these people. It was beautiful years. And then I started to conduct by accident, replacing a choir conductor who couldn't do a rehearsal in the concert. So I just did it like this. And then slowly after that, I decided to keep my instinctive interest of becoming a conductor. I saw all these great conductors when I was playing for them, and I have always been fascinated by the amount of things a conductor has to deal with musically. And when I say musically, it means historically, socially, almost also psychologically as well, about our own confidence, about the importance of having strong concept, knowing what we want and how to express it. All this for me became an inevitable life project. And when I realized when I did this replacement for a choral conductor, I thought I could learn a lot about myself, but I could also share a lot with many, many people. And can you imagine, we get up in the morning, you say good morning to a group of musicians, and you say, here we go. And you know, I feel like sometimes an architect of sounds. You just hear with people and you try to get the best of them, giving the best of you. I mean, it's a privileged life. It has a price too, because we travel a lot, much too much, but here, you know, you can't have it all. And is a lot of unknown part of being a conductor is all the studying. You know, it's hours, nights, weeks, months studying scores. So, and not only scores, but reading books, biographies, and sharing information, analyzing, and this is something I like very much, being alone in a study or even in a hotel room. I travel so much, sometimes, you know, you stay weeks away from home, but just knowing that I have the pleasure of studying a score, it makes the notion of time disappearing. So I can be anywhere in the world. If I have scores to study, I feel good.
You know, it's like the air is just ready and you open. But we need this urgency. It's too nice what you do. We need this character for Thierry and Layson. We need your help. So you have to ask with urgency. We do the same with 108 with timpani and trumpets. Not loud, it's just fast. 1, 2. Go! Now we got the minimum, and then you'll get used to it, and you push with the same speed every single time. In general, for all brass and winds in this piece, when we have long chords, like for example flute oboe 110, trumpet 110, the sostenuto is not an obligation. The sense of release on all long values is what we will adapt as a concept for Beethoven in general. So even if it's not written, it's like foreign language. It's like for me learning Portuguese. You know, I don't know the accents, but I mean, I'll try. But same here. It's not written, but we do it.
As soon as I heard Osesp had an interest in me, I was very honored because it's a fantastic orchestra. It's a great organization, beautiful hall. It's in Brazil, big city, full of creativity, lots of, you know, it's vibrant. It's yeah, it's intense, and I can feel the little I have been here, you know, the importance of the need of excellence in all the part of the city. The vibrancy of São Paulo is something which did strike me. And so I was, you know how it is, you know, you say, could you be interested? You think so? Yeah. Yeah, I said, yes, I could be. But then it's a building process, and then we talk. And then when the final decision came, I was very moved and really very honored. And I had this click, like, I will give the best I can give. Be, as music director, the figure who is inspiring the reason why people are working for an orchestra at all levels. This morning I was very moved that the whole staff wanted to meet me before the dress rehearsal. It was a very special moment. And I told them, you know, we're lucky to work in this incredibly special building, La Sala São Paulo. It's so beautiful, the acoustic is really special. But what are walls and woods without people? So that's what matters, you know.
In strings and woodwinds. Yeah. Go for the speed. I will push you until we get it systematically. Bow speed, bow speed, bow speed. Effect, suspension, surelevation. It comes only with the speed of our articulations. Both fast air, quick bow. 2 and